Hi, everybody. This is your announcement for Philosophy 201, Introduction to Philosophy, for the week of February 10th. We are starting week 4 of the semester. So we are going to be about a quarter of the way through the semester. So I was looking over the discussion that you completed last week, which was on that reading by Plato from I forget the name of the reading it's from. It's like right there. But anyway, it's the one where Socrates is waiting to be executed. So I know what I'm talking about here. Anyway, interesting reading your responses. I like seeing that, there doesn't have to be agreement, okay? Because the question was, do you agree with, what Socrates says or not? And then, to explain why or why not you agree. And I know there was at least one person who disagreed, and that's fine. I think it's interesting, Socrates' idea of why philosophers kind of anticipate death, and it's not so much that Socrates has a death wish, but it's that belief that in death somehow frees the person to seek that highest of knowledge in philosophical contemplation. Now, of course, that presupposes that humans don't really die completely, that somehow this enduring soul continues on. And so, not everyone has to accept that, of course. And so, like I said, it's all good. So I'm looking forward to reading your responses more carefully this week, because that's what I'll be working on. Okay, and speaking of that, when I grade your discussions and any work in our class, I will write comments along with the grade itself. So please don't just look at the number, okay, that you see. Please open up the grading rubric and look at the comments that I give you, because those are intended to help you or to encourage you and not or, it's always an and. I always want to encourage you if I'm telling you what you did well, or if I'm telling you how you can improve. Okay, so I'm on your side. Always, I want you to succeed in our class. So please read those comments. It's my one chance to kind of give you feedback that is specific to your work. Okay, so try to look at that, and sometimes it'll be more detailed, and sometimes it won't be. Sometimes it'll just be a good job, but because I like to give you feedback in these announcements too. But please read that and read those comments. And if you have a question, ask me. Okay, so for this week we are going to continue on to module 1.3, okay, which is what else determines who I am. All right, so let me click on our overview page. Okay, so in this module, we're going to take kind of a different look at existence. And the perspective that we're going to look at is from the perspectives of kind of non-Western, non-male points of view. Okay, so our module objectives are to identify the main points of the philosophical theories of self-determination in determining self, presented by Zakin de Beauvoir in a self-check quiz. And then 2, discuss the meaning of critical points dealing with the theories of self-determination in a reading selection in a class discussion. And then 3, identify the definition of metaphysics in philosophy and how it differs from other subfields of philosophy in the self-check quiz. All right, so this is my commentary. I'm going to talk to you about the readings that we have. So please read that. You can just click on that little preview and you can just see it right there on the screen. So you don't even have to download the document. and hopefully your connection is quicker than mine. Okay, this is spinning. And then you're going to read, after you read my commentary, 3 or 2 readings. Okay, there's my commentary. Okay, so it just talks about what I've chose for this module and kind of a little bit of background about both of the authors. So first, you're going to read In Traversing Philosophical Boundaries. Let me make that small. Woman as the Second Sex by Simone de Beauvoir, which is one of my favorite books. I really like this. Simone de Beauvoir was a French philosopher who wrote in the 20th century. Okay, and both of these authors are more contemporary authors. Then the second reading is An Autobiographical View of Mixed Race and Determination. So Simone de Beauvoir is going to look at existence from the viewpoint of gender, and then Naomi Zak looks at this concept of existence from the viewpoint of race. Okay, so these give us differing views or theories of the place of body in determining self. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, how do our bodies inform our determination of self? Okay, and then I have, this is required, this is a short video on what is metaphysics. Okay, so please watch that so you can be more informed about this philosophical subfield of metaphysics. Okay, then you're going to take your self-check quiz, Module 1.3 quiz, which is due February 12th, and then Module 1.3 discussion, your first, well, actually, the due date is February 14th. Okay, so that means you're going to want to post to the discussion by February 12th. Okay, so that's 48 hours ahead. Okay, so let me just click next here in the module. Okay, there's your self-check quiz. Where's my... So you take that, and then here is our discussion. Okay, so read the instructions. Always good to refresh yourselves on the instructions. And then here's our question. Okay, so, and it's mostly on de Beauvoir. But one thing about these questions, although it might address one specific reading, I really would like to see you incorporate ideas from all of the readings that we do in these discussions. Okay, so that is what is going on for this week. I just went back to modules. All right, so, okay, there I am. So if you have any questions about what's happening for this week, please contact me. And if you want to talk more about some of the ideas that you're finding in these readings, we do have a discussion forum called the Coffee House. Because coffee houses are where a lot of people go to discuss philosophy. So we have a virtual coffee house. And I am subscribed to that discussion. So if someone posts on there, I will look at it. But anyone can reply. It's not just me. Anybody can engage in that discussion. And that is, like any other discussion in our class, the rules of netiquette always apply. Okay? So that's what's going on. This week is Valentine's Day is happening this week. So I want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. And, just let you know that love is everywhere, okay? It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. Everybody deserves love. And I'm going to give you a little bonus on love from Plato. It's a dialogue that he wrote called The Symposium. And in it, Socrates kind of has a party, and the guests at the party all take turns standing up to talk about what love means to them. So it's one of my favorite dialogues. Obviously, it's not required. It's just a little bonus for you. Okay? So I hope you all have a really good week, and I will see you again next week. Okay. Bye.